Welcome back, everyone. It's FNHusa57 here. We're on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I have another elite weapon video for you. Today we will be talking about the MORS, and this is the Doctor, which is a elite variant of the regular MORS sniper rifle. Now, I'm actually really excited that I got this because since I got the game, which I did get Call of Duty on release day, actually have the Day Zero edition of it, I've been trying to get a elite version of the MORS sniper rifle. So when I finally got this, I was actually pretty happy. Now, the MORS is an interesting weapon for Call of Duty. It's a bolt-action railgun, and it has the best-in-class handling. So, looking at this weapon, it has 3 positives, 3 negatives that make it an elite. First off, it has a -1 to damage, bringing its damage down from 15 to 14. Well, that's a bit of a drawback, but it still has incredibly high damage, so for the most part, it can be a 1-hit or 2-hit kill weapon. It also has -1 to accuracy, which increases the recoil. Now, not really too big of a deal, in my opinion, on this weapon because it is a single-shot weapon. So if you're not getting a 1-hit kill or a headshot, you're pretty much already up Schitt's Creek. Now, it does have a +2 to fire rate, which on this particular weapon is very interesting because the fire rate actually affects its reload speed, since basically it's a single-shot weapon, so its reload is its fire rate. So the more fire rate, the better. Handling is also up by 1, so it's got a little bit better hip fire accuracy and, faster setup time, faster reload as far as like handling on the bolt, things like that. It also has -1 to mobility, so you can't run as quick with it or bring it up as quick, so not best for trying to quickscope with. But I don't really use it as a quickscope rifle anyways, so we're going to take this weapon to the range in a second. As you can see, this is my loadout for sniping. Now, sometimes I will take a second perk 3, and I'll take scavenger, or my favorite thing to do is take the overkiller wild card, and instead of taking the pistol, I will generally take another assault rifle, or I'll take a submachine gun. I really like to take, my personal favorite is to take, the ASM-1 with me. This way I have a weapon for close range, and I have a weapon for long range. So to start with the sniper rifle, the MORS the Doctor, it's kind of a generic weapon. It doesn't really have a very fancy camo on it or anything. As you can see, it's got that energy that runs down the barrel basically after the shot is fired, and that's being the railgun. So pretty fast fire rate for a sniper rifle, decent scope, looks cool. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Now, these targets represent the amount of damage it would take to kill a player in core. Hardcore, it's much less damage. So I like to demonstrate the weapon without attachments on there, so you can see just the gun, and you're not looking for the ballistic CPU or anything like that. However, when I play with this weapon online, I do normally use the ballistic CPU. You're going to want to try and hold the weapon steady. As you can see, basically you can hold down the left trigger if you're covering, a certain area that you're sniping or something like that. And this way, every time you fire, you will reload and automatically aim back down your sights. That target ducked behind a corner, which is where you're going to want to, make sure that you actually stabilize the optic. So if you're not using the ACOG scope, which is another one of my personal favorites to use, just make sure that you actually get your headshot. Headshots, even in core, are 1-hit kills. Now, where you get into a bit of a problem is chest shots. Upper chest, depending upon the range, is generally a 1-hit kill. However, at extreme distances or lower chest, borderline legs, are 2-hit kills. So you do have to keep that in mind. Like if you shoot somebody in the arm on core, it's going to take at least 2 shots to kill them. Whereas on hardcore, it really doesn't matter. Wherever you hit somebody, they are going to die with this weapon. So it's insanely powerful. It just takes a little bit to get used to, and the fact that you only have, you know, one shot with it, and then the weapon has to reload. It's very interesting for something that, you know, if like I run cloak, so you can get into position and then just, you know, fire when you see a target. So it's great for controlling a line, basically, or a path to an objective or something like that. But since most of the maps are very small maps, it can be kind of difficult to actually use this weapon in a game and, you know, have fun with it. Now, I know a lot of people do use this gun. I use it somewhat, but since I mainly play hardcore, I'm more of an assault rifle fan. However, since I finally got this weapon out of a supply drop, I am super excited that I got it, and I have been using it online quite a bit. Probably actually unlock it and keep it a class set up for it after I prestige. But this is a very interesting weapon. It's a very fun weapon, and it's incredibly accurate as far as a sniper rifle goes. Like, we'll put this target back as far out, and if you're good, you can watch the crosshairs, and they're always going to move in basically a figure 8 pattern, just like a real set of crosshairs would. So if you have the time and you're playing like in core, then, you know, you can go ahead and basically, you don't even have to hold the left stick to actually steady the scope. However, if you do steady the scope, as you can see, the crosshairs barely move. If you hold it steady too long, though, basically hold your breath too long, the sights will go ahead and basically go spastic. Like you can see there, they really bounce around, like you lose control over your breath. So do bear in mind, you know, if you have a target and you're going to hold steady, bear in mind you can only hold that scope steady for a limited amount of time. So kind of personal preference. I really do like this gun, like I said earlier, but I like to always carry a secondary weapon with me. I generally will take a submachine gun so that, you know, I've got a couple close range targets. I can deal with them before I actually get set up and then go ahead and use the sniper rifle. It does maintain incredible accuracy, though, which I was very surprised with while playing with it online. The fact that you can actually basically aim down the sights so quickly with this weapon does make it a weapon that it is capable of quickscoping with, which is very, personal opinion. I prefer not to quickscope with a sniper rifle. I like to hard scope, but if you do like to quickscope, it is a weapon that you can do that with. The only thing that you really can't do with this weapon that I don't like is no-scope. Of course, I was never really a big fan of no-scoping anyways. Now, we'll move this target closer to about 10 meters, and basically at 10 meters, it's relatively accurate for a no-scope, but it's not anything you want to rely on. That's why I like to take that second weapon you know, with me, so I have something before I get into position. As you can see, I fired 16 shots, only 6 of them hit the target, so absolutely poor accuracy for a hipfire weapon. You have no idea where the shot is going to go, but the fact that you can simply come, basically run up, aim down your sights, and it's going to be dead center, especially if you are clicking or holding in the left stick. As you pull the left trigger to aim down your sights, you can keep a incredibly fast fire rate, since this has increased fire rate over the normal MORS sniper, and you can keep a absolute incredible pattern. As you can see, the pattern that I'm holding there is right on the circle. So basically all those hits, even in core, would be lethal. So hopefully you guys like this weapon as much as I do, and you can get it out of a supply drop. It took me multiple supply drops to get this gun, but I do think it is worth the wait. It's actually become my favorite sniper rifle for use in core and hardcore. Only second for hardcore to the NA-45, because that's an explosive sniper rifle. hopefully you get this weapon soon and you enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, tell me what other videos you would like to see me do reviews on weapons or anything like that. Post a comment under the video. Go ahead and give this video a like if it was helpful. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.